So, in a conversation with a friend, I realized there's a superpower that'd be absolutely dangerous in my hands. And that's the power to pause time. There's a few reasons for this, right? Reason one, I'd be absolutely petty in arguments. Like, I make my point, pause the other person before they say something stupid, and always get the last word. It's real. Reason two, I treat it as an Irish goodbye when stuck in conversations that drag till the lights shut on, bars shut down, and social media's been tapped. Reason three, if the power to press pause button on planet was placed in my palms, chances are that I forget to let time go. You see, I have a habit of treating time terribly, right? Abusing her hours, filling her minutes with to-dos that seem to never get done, telling her that I ain't text her back because I've been busy. And when I say busy, I mean busy. Buried under saying yes for the sake of avoiding no. You see, she is a healer, though I often call her crippling, a hurdle, setting me back in a race that only exists in my head that we also often call marathon, though this hustle has no finish line. As a matter of fact, in junior high, high school, and college track, I was trained to try to outrun time. Woo! Break her records, push limits of body that always left me collapsing at the end of the course. You see, I'm a city so often divided against myself, with one foot in the present moment, the other foot standing on the edge of burnout, holding myself up long enough to build up a foundation that will ultimately crumble if I'm not taking care of myself and take care of it. And if we're all honest, right, we're all terrible at time. Done pimped her for all work, no play, hustle mentality, where we give ourselves so much to grind that we barely make time for ourselves, our families, and each other. So time, precious time, I owe you an apology for all the times I acted as if I couldn't give you my attention. Leave my phone at home with all the other things I said, tell myself I must get done today, as I rob myself of a gift that's constantly here and gone, granting second chances and seconds that we pray for more minutes of, as if she ain't ours to experience right here and right now. So, may I be a little bit more patient at red lights. Stand still under the street lights of Chicago. As a matter of fact, may I sit on the edge of Lake Michigan and meet a moon that always meets me at eye level, as if this is the only time that I'll truly experience how truly stunning time is when she's let go. Poem. This covenant of manhood, be a church that never cried, never wept, never mentioned depression, always skipped the Bible verse reading, Jesus wept. You see, that language was considered blasphemy, spoke by 6 sinners with an ill fate, to follow their doctrine of warriors who were never told to wail over scars, never felt weak, never needed to ask for any help nor admit they are hurting. You see, my brother was a lively gospel of love whose pews carried a certain silence that called on a God he was told don't love him, and never felt he received an answer. They, the congregation of broken men, told him that God wouldn't accept what he brought to altar, and so he faltered and created his own religion, where he took leap of faith into river and submerged himself in a peculiar baptism, dove deep into the Mississippi and never came up. So remember, as kids, when our parents asked us, if someone told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it? Unaware that when they preach to us to go out into this world and make ourselves disciples who don't care, who don't dare carry water in eyes, they command us to carry heavy feelings like a millstone rope around neck as we descend, drowning in heavy emotions, wading in waters whose bottom our feet no longer feel, as the world watches us drown in numbness, hoping to be saved but never saying so, as our spirits empty to caskets, someday serve as suit and tie for every time we was told we got no reason to cry, for every time we went cold after seasons of exposing tears like bare bodies to harsh winters, hoping to be embraced, only to be left cold in contempt when deep down we don't want to freeze anymore. We don't want to brave storms, even if that means bearing blizzards in my chest the same way my brother carried a cold heart and a warm smile. Don't want to hold back sobs, same way I restrained I love you from my brother's ears. Don't want to become walking coffin like many men whose hearts turned graveyards with blank-faced tombstones, burying ashes of a self they cremated the moment they were told to wipe tears from their eyes as if they never existed. I want to exist. I want to exist as real as scars that we've been taught to hide behind our holy temple. Boom. So when I go days without stopping by my parents' home, my mom will text me saying, come get some food at the house. You know, I made some soup, you should come get some. You know, I made a really good chicken salad the other day. Knowing that I will never say no to her cooking because I understand that cooking is her love language. One that's been passed down for generations of grandmothers, aunties, and ancestors of Mississippi, country kinfolk culinary artists who crafted dishes from table scraps, carrying bones of a segregated South tossed at their feet in contempt, yet they always found ways to add love to every plate. And that's why cornbread always tasted like a warm heaven. And soul food, even in all its broken past, had a skill in bringing families together the same way church gathers congregants. And yeah, I mean, if we're honest for just a quick moment, I know that the most healthiest is high cholesterol content. And we know that food disparities in black homes cause stroke and high blood pressure, but I cannot deny the holiness that a mother's cooking can bring. How it always brings boys home. Always makes sure that we're fed. Even on days that I starve myself. Waking up mornings where hunger and depression become synonymous. Stomach empty with aches and pains that sit at the dinner table of my mind, gossiping of the shame written on walls of my spirit. So my soul stays feeding on lies like leftovers that I keep preserved in cold chamber of chest as I grow frigid-hearted and hungry for a helping hand, though, keeping my mouth shut as I swallow suffering in silence. And I know that some days closed mouths don't get fed, but some days opening up is exhausting. Becomes a back kitchen task where I carry heavy dishes stained with fears for my future, anger past that pile up in the sink of my psyche filled with anxieties that spill over the brim, though I tell myself I'm fine because to be in this role is to act like you have heavy ground on your plate. No, it's to have heavy ground on your plate and act like it don't weigh you down. My mom, knower of all secrets, somehow knows this. And that's why she tells me to come back home. Receive a home-cooked meal where I can find myself. When this world deems me an invisible man, the yams remind me who I am when the world tells me what I am not. As I walk to the dinner table like altar and lay my head down of all its burdens and know whatever happened to me out there, while I'm here, I am well. So next time my mom texts me saying, come get some food at the house, I will never say no to her cooking because I understand that cooking is her love language. And I've been starving more than I want to admit. Poem.